IntegratePro Countdown Timer. This is a WordPress plugin that will redirect a page or post based on day of month, day of week, or a specific date range, and it's in that priority. So let's dive right in. Yeah, just simply log in to get your plugin. And then on your WordPress site, you want to install that plugin. Then activate, and then there's no configuration outside of whatever you do inside a page or post. So let's go ahead and create a new page. And then just below the content area, you're going to find the IntegratePro Countdown Timer. There's a few things that are required, and one of them is simply turning it on or off. You can toggle it, turn it on. You need to give it a URL that you want to redirect to outside of a certain time range. And you have the opportunity to pass in any query string variables from the original URL on your WordPress site. Now, this is useful if you want to pass, for instance, UTM values along to the redirect page. So that's all that you need to do there. And then you choose one of three. Now, if you were to set up redirects or to configure for all of these, day of month gets priority. And if there's nothing there, then day of week gets priority. And nothing there, well, date. And then finally, there's a little debug option that I'll show you at the end. So let's do day of month. So today is the 6th of March. And if I do not want this to redirect while I'm doing this right now, I'm going to put an earlier day of the month. So I'm going to say on the 5th day of the month. And really, this is the only thing that's required in here. If you don't give it a time, it'll start at 12 a.m., basically midnight. If you don't give it a day, it's going to just be the one day. And if you don't give it a stop time, it's basically going to be midnight. So I'm going to say start on the 5th day of the month, leave it at 12 a.m. Let's do this for, let's say, 5 days. So in this case, between the 5th of the month and the 10th of the month, this page will be available to see. Outside of that time frame, it's going to redirect to, in this case, example.com. And that's it. That's all I really have to do. We'll get into some of the options, like including a countdown timer, in just a second. But really, I just want to show you how easy it is to get going with this. So right now, if I go visit this page, it's not going to redirect. So there it is. If I want to actually have it redirect, today is the 5th. Let's change this, let's say, to the 2nd, and let's make it 2 days. So this would be the 2nd through the 4th. So now this page should redirect for us. So I'm going to go ahead and reload this. And there, it does. All right, let me show you day of week. But to do that, I need to kind of set this back to nothing, really no settings, and this doesn't even need to be there. I'm going to go to day of week. So today is the Tuesday of this week. So I'm going to select Tuesday. I'm not going to select time. I'm going to say stop day of the week. If I don't say anything, again, it will be the same day. So today is Tuesday, so this should display when I update it. So let's go take a look at it. There it is. Now let's just say, instead of that, let's say it's on Wednesday through Friday, and this will be weekly. Not just this week, but weeks going forward. So basically 3 days. And again, if I go here now, it's going to redirect because today is Tuesday and it's outside of the Wednesday to Friday range. And I will reset this. Don't want to have that set. I'm just going to do that. Let's go to date. And like I said, today is March 6th. So I'm going to give it a very specific date. It defaults to March 6th. Midnight, and then I'm going to go ahead and say March 7th midnight. So that's a 1 day window, very specific date, and it will not redirect, and it doesn't. If I change it to 10, it's 10 a.m. in the morning, so I'm going to go ahead and change this to, let's do 10, 11 a.m. So this will redirect. So it won't redirect between 11 and midnight today, but it will redirect right now. And there it does. And then finally on here, there's this debug option. And what it does is it grabs all the things that you have set, and you can go ahead and copy that. Click this link and just paste that information in here. Click on debug and it'll tell you what it will do. So before this time it will redirect, and after this time it will redirect. Just kind of as a sanity check. Now, the other thing you can do is you can include this shortcode, and this will put in a countdown timer. You can also specify the size of large, otherwise it defaults to small. And then also, if WordPress detects that it's on a mobile device, it will automatically fall back to the small version. So let's go ahead and put the large version on here. And I'm just going to go ahead and paste that right there. And I actually want it to show, so I'm going to set it back to midnight today, or earlier today. So this way, this page will not redirect, but it will show the countdown timer. There it is right there. So there's 14 hours, 1 minute, and 1 second. Let's go back and change this. I'm going to push this out by a day. And this time it'll have 4 fields, one for day, hours, minutes, and seconds. Now, as soon as it's less than a day, it's going to drop this field, so it condenses it a little bit. Now, what's nice is when this actually expires, it will redirect the page if somebody is on it. So let's test that out right now. So I am going to change, let's see, how much time do we have left? I don't think I can make it. Let's go to 10:01 a.m. And you could type that in if you want. So right now when I go back to that page, it should have about a minute left. So we'll be back in about 40 seconds. So this page, when this countdown timer expires, will redirect. And it does. So let's push that time out just a little bit so we don't get stuck there. Let's go to another day. Let's go a couple days. And I'm going to change the shortcode to simply this, which will display the small countdown timer only. And there it is. And this is what will show up on a mobile device should WordPress detect that. So that's how you use the IntegratePro countdown timer.